A very good evening to you all lovely people gathered here on behalf of SriLankan Hoteliers Association Kuwait with collaboration of Commercial Bank of Ceylon, PLC, Aya Compare for this evening, Penny Rebello, extend a warm welcome for the food-covering festive of 2024, requesting everyone to kindly rise and let's give, everyone rise please, requesting everyone to kindly rise, kindly stand. And let's give a loud round of applause to our ambassador, His Excellency,
Mr. Kandipan Balasubramaniam.
Come on, make some noise. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
And we have other dignitaries coming in. Mr. Muhammad Shauki.
Mr. Muhammad Hagag, the General Manager of the Grand Majestic Hotel.
Mr. Said Dalvi, Director F&B Dawat.
Requesting everyone once again to kindly rise and let's honor the state of Kuwait by singing the Kuwait anthem and of course continuing by the Sri Lankan anthem. Requesting everyone to kindly stand. Thank you, everyone.
Keeping in line with the traditions, we'd like to, next we'll be lighting up the oil lamp. To do so, I'd like to invite His Excellency Mr. Kandipan Balasubramaniam, the Ambassador of Sri Lanka to the state of Kuwait, Ms. Anushka Samaraveera, First Minister, Sri Lanka Embassy in Kuwait, Ms. Rangika Chandrasena,
the Senior Manager of Global Remittance Unit,
Mr. Chiranta Caldera,
the Chief Dealer of Treasury Department of Commercial Bank of Ceylon PLC,
Mr. Muhammad Shauki,
the General Manager of Ibis Kuwait Salmi and Shark Hotels,
Mr. Muhammad Hagag,
the General Manager of the Grand Majestic Hotel,
Mr. Dimutu Atugala,
the Managing Partner of Krebati Consulting,
Mr. Dimutu Prasanna,
Art Director of BPG Advertising,
Senior Chef in Kuwait, Chef Harsha D. Silva,
the Executive Chef of MMC Group,
Senior Chef in Kuwait, Chef Carlo Fonseca,
Executive Chef US Embassy in Kuwait,
Mr. Sahan Fernando,
the Business Promotion Officer of Commercial Bank of Ceylon PLC,
Mr. Shannon Demel,
Business Promotion Officer of Commercial Bank of Ceylon PLC,
and Mr. Jude Krishanta,
the Business Promotion Officer of Commercial Bank of Ceylon PLC,
Mr. Kanchana Bandara, Councillor, Sri Lankan Embassy in Kuwait,
And now to give a formal welcome and to give a brief introduction of this whole event, I call upon Shannon Demel, the Business Promotion Officer of Commercial Bank of Ceylon PLC.
Good evening, distinguished guests, honored colleagues, esteemed friends. On behalf of Commercial Bank of Ceylon PLC, I am truly honored to welcome you all to this landmark occasion. The inauguration of the Association of Sri Lankan Hoteliers in Kuwait made even more remarkable with the beautiful art of food carving. This evening, we celebrate the spirit of Sri Lankan hospitality, artistry, and the remarkable achievements of our community in Kuwait's dynamic hospitality sector. First and foremost, I would like to extend my warmest greetings to His Excellency, Mr. Kandipan Balasubramaniam, the Ambassador of Sri Lanka to the State of Kuwait. Esteemed representatives from Kuwait's hospitality sector, and all our distinguished guests and supportives gathered here. Your presence is a testament to the close ties between our nations and shared commitment to fostering talent, innovation, and cultural exchange. At Commercial Bank of Ceylon PLC, we are proud to be a part of this historic event. Supporting the Association of Sri Lankan Hoteliers in Kuwait is our way of honoring the significant contribution made by Sri Lankan professionals in Kuwait's hospitality industry. This association will serve as a unifying platform, bringing together Sri Lankan hospitaliers to share the expertise, uplift each other, and uphold the highest standards of excellence in service. We are especially thrilled this evening's celebration include a showcase of Sri Lankan culinary art through food carving, a fitting symbol of nation's creativity, skills, and dedication to perfection. Food carving is not only a craft, it is an expression of artistry that embodies the spirit of Sri Lankan hospitality. So, this afternoon, we celebrate these skills that make our culture unique and remarkable. With the launch of the Association of Sri Lankan Hoteliers in Kuwait, we look forward to a future filled with collaboration, cultural appreciation, and professional growth for our community. Our vision aligns with the values of hospitality, unity, and the excellence that this association represents, and we at Commercial Bank of Ceylon PLC are proud to support this initiative. Once again, I extend my sincere thanks to all of you for joining us in this event and this celebration. Let us have a round of applause to the successful inauguration of the Association of Sri Lankan Hoteliers in Kuwait. To the skilled artisans behind tonight's food carvings, and to future filled with shared achievements and growth. Thank you. Enjoy the festive evening.
Thank you, Shannon.
In Sri Lanka's financial landscape, Commercial Bank stands out as the trailblazer in sustainability. As the country's first carbon-neutral bank, our commitment goes beyond buzzwords. It influences our actions and services. Join us by making conscious banking choices a seamless part of your financial experience. Commercial Bank, creating a sustainable future.
Next, we'll be moving up to the most awaited thing in the evening. We are going to introduce the new committee of the Sri Lankan Hoteliers Association in Kuwait. I would like to call upon the President, Chef Carlo Fernando,
Chef Carlo Fernando is the executive chef of U.S. Embassy in Kuwait. Come on, a big hand to Chef Carlo Fernando.
Vice President, Chef Sam Fernando.
The cluster executive of chef at Ibis, Salmiya and Shark.
General Secretary, Mr. Hishram Lantra.
The operation manager of F&B Le Royal Hotels.
Assistant Secretary, Chef Chaminda Mapalana Gamage.
Executive chef of Hadi Clinic.
Treasurer, Chef Lanka De Silva.
The head chef of Symphony Style Hotel.
Vice Treasurer, Chef Sydney Jayakoti.
The banquet catering executive chef.
The Executive Committee, Chef Kushan Dinendra.
Executive chef of Grand Majestic.
Chef Chaminda Pushpakumara.
Pastry chef at Hadi Clinic.
Chef Sampat Priyashanta.
Executive sauce chef of Marina Hotel.
Chef Indica De Silva.
The executive pastry chef at November and Company.
Chef Chandimal Idrisingha.
Executive chef at MMC Group.
So let us invite the newly inducted committee to take a group photo, and this will be accompanied. I also invite His Excellency Mr. Kandipan Balasubramaniam, the Ambassador of Sri Lanka to the State of Kuwait, to pose for the photo.
Come on, requesting everyone to give a big hand to this newly formed committee as they walk forward for a photograph with the Ambassador. Thank you, sir. And now it's the time the President speaks. I call upon the President, Chef Carlo Fernando, to address the gathering.
For this historical day of inaugurating the Association of Sri Lankan Hoteliers in Kuwait. His Excellency Mr. Kandipan Balasubramaniam, the Ambassador of Sri Lanka to Kuwait, Reverend Father Jude Chanaka, and Mr. Abdul Halim, Minister Head of Charge, Sri Lankan Embassy, Mr. Bandara Ekanayaka, Councillor of Sri Lankan Embassy, Ms. Anushka Samarasinghe, Minister, Sri Lankan Embassy, and Ms. Rangika Chandrasena, Senior Manager, Global Remittance Unit, Commercial Bank of Ceylon, PLC, Mr. Charit Caldera, Chief Dealer, Treasurer Department, Commercial Bank of Ceylon, PLC. I welcome all the chefs and hoteliers, my friends and colleagues. I thank you all for your presence is highly appreciated. I'm here to give you a brief introduction towards our objective and our goals. From 2016, most of our chefs and hoteliers in Kuwait, this was to rebuild and to have a chefs association. It was their dream. Finally, the dream have come through, and to be a part of the association, it was a great achievement for me. Our main objective is to encourage new talented chefs and hoteliers, front of the house and back of the house, to Kuwait. And chefs in Kuwait are highly paid individuals, rather focusing on low categories jobs. We can focus on hotels, restaurants, catering companies. And when it comes to hospitality industry, Sri Lankans are number one in the world. By hiring these talented chefs to Kuwait, the country of economy will uprising, and plus the individuals' financial issues can be minimized. And every chef and hoteliers can help each other as this association will be grow stronger and stronger. I wish all the best for the participants of the fruit and vegetable carving, and I wish good luck for everyone, and please enjoy and have a wonderful evening, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Oh, we have just received the best wishes video all the way from Sri Lanka. So ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes and ears wide open and let's go for the video.
අද දවස ලාංකිකයෝ වශයෙන් අපිට ඉතාමත් වැදගත් දවසක්. අපි ආඩම්බරයෙන් කියන්න කැමති හෝටල් ක්ෂේත්‍රයේ කුවේට් දේශයේ ඉන්න සියලුම සමාජිකයින්ගේ එකමුතුව Association of Sri Lankan Hoteliers in Kuwait ආරම්භ වන සාඩම්බරවත් දිනය අදයි. ඒ සාඩම්බරවත් දිනේ ශ්‍රී ලාංකිකයෝ වශයෙන් අපේ අභිමානය අපේ සතුට ඔබේ සංගමය වෙනුවෙන් අපි පුද කරනවා. මේ දැවැන්ත වැඩසටහන ආරම්භ කරන්න උරදුන්නු කරදුන්නු බර ඇදපු සියලුම දෙනාට මේ සංගමයේ සියලුම සමාජිකත්වයට ශ්‍රී ලාංකිකයෝ වශයෙන් අපේ හදපිරි ප්‍රණාමය පුද කරනවා. ඒ වගේම මේ දැවැන්ත වැඩසටහන සාර්ථක කරගන්න මූල්‍යමය දායකත්වය ලබා දෙනු කමර්ෂල් බැංකුවට. මොකද ඔබේ ශක්තිය නැතුව මේ වැඩසටහන සාර්ථක කරන්න හම් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් මේ වැඩසටහනට හැමදාමත් අතහිත දෙන කමර්ෂල් බැංකුවේ කුවේට් ශාඛාවට අපේ ස්තුතිවන්තභාවය පළ කරනවා. ඒ වගේම හෝටල් ක්ෂේත්‍රයේ දහස් ගාණක් සමාජිකයෝ එකතු කරන ආයතනයක් විදිහට වයඹ කාර්මික විදුහල ඔබේ අනාගත කාර්යභාරය සියලු කටයුතු ਸਰව ප්‍රකාරයෙන් සාර්ථක වේවායි අපි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා.
That was Mr. Indika Niyadibola. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. He is the chairman of Wayamba Technical College, who is wishing the newly appointed committee of Sri Lanka Hoteliers in Kuwait. Next, I'd like to invite the chief guest and the patron of the association, His Excellency Mr. Khan Deepan Balasubramaniam, the ambassador of Sri Lanka to the state of Kuwait. Sir, over to you.
Good evening. Ms. Rangika Chandrasena, the Senior Manager of Commercial Bank of Sri Lanka, Mr. Chiranta Caldera, the Chief Dealer, Mr. Shehan, officials of Sri Lanka Embassy, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, I am deeply honored to be here before such a distinguished gathering on this important day, where we witness the launching of Sri Lanka Hoteliers Association in Kuwait. I can see the interest among the audience. People of almost all walks of life from the hotel industry is present today here, and the manner in which we are huddled is indicative of the importance we all attach to this segment in Kuwait. formation of this association has been a long overdue. As you know, I am counting my 6th year in Kuwait, and we've been trying to put together all the professionals for a long time as a federation of all association. And this is one of the initiatives that strengthened that vision. I wish to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to the administration of Commercial Bank. As you know, one of the leading corporate sector banker, Commercial Bank remained as one of the strong pillars to the national economy over 100 years. 10 decades of journey in the financial sector is something remarkable, and they have been a strong and immense support to the national economy throughout their existence. And also I appreciate their vision to deploy their representatives in Kuwait towards tapping the remittances, which I think have bagged quite a lion's share of the total remittance that flow from Kuwait. Commercial Bank, I must also appreciate in the safe hands of their representative, Shehan, very customer-oriented and humble professional who has won the hearts and minds of almost a large number of Sri Lankans here. As you know, Kuwait is home for over 152,000 Sri Lankans. And I am sure this visionary move of making a presence in Kuwait is quite beneficial from the national point of view. Today, once again, Commercial Bank has demonstrated their social responsibility by way of powering today's launching of Sri Lanka Hoteliers Association. And I am sure this initiative go a long way in our national interest. Hotel industry is one of the important segments that supports the tourism in Sri Lanka, which is one of the economic mainstay, as you know. And from the struggling that we had during 2022, the country has begun to rise back. The export revenue has increased, and tourism remained all-time high, and the remittance flow has been very steady, and today we boast about 5.6 billion foreign reserves, which was at the rock bottom of about just 200 million in 2022. These are signs Sri Lanka, despite its struggling a few years ago, began to raise its head. Remittance remained one of the key revenues overseas and foreign exchange. Aside from the remittances, the hoteliers in Kuwait, I understand over 140 of them in different segments are employed in many ranges, from front desk to accounts to F&B to many other aspects of hotel industry. They have been very successful performance has been witnessed over the years. And I could recall the annual Horeca event where Sri Lankans has bagged as many as hundreds of medals. And I was very proud and take pride in the fact you have showcased your skills in a country like Kuwait. Other than that, in this part of the world, Sri Lanka's image is at a very low ebb. Majority of these people thinks that Sri Lanka is only capable of sending housemates to this part of the world, which is not the case. In that kind of perception, ladies and gentlemen, people of your caliber as hoteliers coming forward and showcasing and sending a message to the Arab world that, look, we can offer better. Thanks to the associations of accountants, quantity surveyors and engineers, along with them today, the chefs, the hoteliers of Sri Lanka in Kuwait have unified themselves, strengthened themselves to move forward, and I'm sure this will build our image, improve our image in this part of the world. So I take this moment to wish them in their future endeavors, keeping in touch with the developments that's occurring back in Sri Lanka. Aside from the slow but steady recovery that we have witnessed, there's a new political culture emerging in Sri Lanka, as you all know, which has made a complete transformation of party politics in Sri Lanka. People, especially youngsters, has begun to do something new this time around, moving away from the traditional pattern of their selection of leaders. I think our patriotic voters wanted to do a change, or wanted to rather try a recipe in your language, which they have never tried before. As a result, a new party which no one imagined in the past have been voted in. And as per their manifesto, they have an ambitious vision towards building our motherland. For a country that suffered the most in 2022, it's not an easy task to rebuild the entire nation to our lofty expectations. So as responsible citizens, we all must think of granting that benefit of the doubt to the new leaders and the rulers who have been voted in. And we have seen some clear signs of some positive developments back home. And with the parliamentary elections that is scheduled on the 14th, it would be interesting to see how the reaction of predominant majority going to be this time. As responsible citizens, ladies and gentlemen, this is something new, something very practical, and something that demands an opportunity. So as Sri Lankans overseas, to the extent possible, we must support and contribute in whatever manner possible for our country to succeed. I'm not a politician, but as a public servant, what I feel is this is a historic opportunity that has been handed in to all the Sri Lankans who has been suffering from divisive politics for over 74 years in our history. Now the time has risen for us to unite and build our nation. That's just a message I just want to pass on to you. And once again, I thank you for inviting me, and I wish every success in the future endeavors of Sri Lanka Hoteliers Association, and I wish to express my profuse thanks, profound thanks to the administration of the commercial banks. I hope you'll enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your beautiful words of wisdom. And now, for your pleasure of your side, for you have a beautiful video coming up for you all, which will be describing all about Sri Lanka, the beauty of the Mother Nature.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to have a very interesting event, which is a food carving demonstration by Chef Indika Silva, which is going to happen live right in front of you. Now, Chef Indika Silva is a champion of IKA Culinary Olympics in Germany, Culinary World Cup in Luxembourg, FHA Asian Culinary Challenge in Singapore, UA Culinary Challenge in Dubai, and WA Oceania Festive in Australia. And I invite Chef Indika Silva to take up the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to Chef Indica De Silva.
Come on, everyone, make some noise for Chef Indica De Silva for this beautiful piece of art. Come on, everyone who was right behind, you all can view it clearly on the AV screen there behind. Come on, once again, Chef Indica, I would request your presence right in the center. You really deserve a loud round of applause.
Next, we'll be moving up to the carving contest, which is the most weighted thing in the evening, I would say. And to do that, we have a set of judges, and we'll be inviting them on stage.
First and foremost, we call upon our judge, Chef Indica De Silva. Come on, Chef, you are most wanted for this evening.
Now, Chef Indica Silva is a renowned executive pastry chef and legendary food carving artist based in Kuwait, currently associated with November and Company. With a flair for culinary artistry, he has distinguished himself not only through his executive pastry creations but also through his exceptional skills in food carving. Chef Indica has received numerous accolades at prestigious events including Culinary Olympics, World Cup, and Hoteliers Kuwait, showcasing his talent and creativity. His participation in various food carving competitions has further solidified his reputation as a master in this unique and integrated art form. Chef Indica's passion for his craft and commitment to excellence continue to inspire both his peers and aspiring chefs in culinary community. Put your hands together to Chef Indica Silva.
Next, I would like to invite our second judge. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chef Sam Fernando. Chef, I need you right in the center. Chef Sam. Chef Sam Fernando is a distinguished culinary professional serving as the cluster executive chef at Ibis, Salmiya and Shark Hotels in Kuwait. With a remarkable track record in the industry, he has made a significant mark by winning multiple awards at Horeca Kuwait. His accolades include an impressive collection of 6 gold, 5 silver and 4 bronze medals from 2013 to 2022. Chef Sam's dedication to his craft and his ability to innovate in the kitchen have earned him recognition and respect within the culinary community, showcasing his commitment to excellence in gastronomy. Come on, once again, a big hand to Chef Sam Fernando.
Next, we have Judge Dimuthu Atugala. He is a fellow member of Sri Lanka, fellow member of the Institute of Certified Management Accountants of Sri Lanka. He also holds an MBA degree from prestigious Institute of Management, Postgraduate Institute of Management, Sri Lanka. He is currently serving as the Managing Director, Managing Partner of Gravity Consulting, Kuwait.
Next, we have Mr. Dimuthu Prasanna, is an accomplished art director with over 30 years of experience in the creative industry. He was also an award-winning Postal Kuwait stamp designer. recognized for his exceptional work in the state of Kuwait. He is the art director of BPG Advertising. A big hand to Mr. Dimotu Prasanna. Sir, we need you right in the center, sir. And now, as the most awaited hour, we would like to call upon all the contestants. First and foremost, Chef Aisha Pereira,
Chef Roshan Veerasinghe,
Chef J. Lashan,
Chef Dulchan Bandaranayaka,
Chef KPS Madhuvanta,
Chef Dinesh Chaturanga, Chef Tilak Vijayasinghe.
and Chef Nirmal Ratnaike.
Can we have all the contestants to march towards the area which is designated for the food carving? And we do also invite the panel of judges to pose for a photo, group photo.
Requesting all the judges to kindly come forward for a group photo with the contestants.
Chef Indika as well. And we do also invite His Excellency Mr. Kandipan Subramaniam, the ambassador, to also join the team for support.
Okay, y'all can take your positions there. Y'all can get your table done. Okay, contestants, are y'all ready? Are y'all? Oh, you'll need some time to get set. Everything is on the table? Done? Are we good to go? Okay.
Judges,
The judges are here, right? All the judges are here. You'll have exactly 60 minutes, basically an hour. And now we have the Chief Dealer, Treasury Department of Commercial Bank of Ceylon PLC, Mr. Chiranta Caldera, who will be saying a few words. Come on, everyone, a big hand for Mr. Chiranta Caldera.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first congratulate the newly installed president and the office bearers for their future endeavors. And Your Excellency and the officials from Sri Lankan Embassy and ladies and gentlemen, I'm just trying to give you a glimpse of what's happening in the financial landscape there in Sri Lanka for you to have a better understanding, because I just heard that, the Kuwaiti contribution for Sri Lankan remittances exceeded $600 million dollars up to now. So it requires a round of applause, because Sri Lanka basically depended on your remittances for us to, pay our commitments. Basically what happens is that if I give you the numbers, we earn roughly around 1.1 billion from exports, then $580 million from the remittances. So the tourism and the other services sector, we are just getting only 300 million. And so altogether, if I can round up this 2 billion, we have an import bill of 1.6 billion. So basically that gives you a hint that why the currency is appreciating, because we are postponing our debt payment, and we are yet to open certain sectors of the economy. So basically, without going much into the presentation, I'll give you the outcome of what we think in the financial landscape. So 2025 is the first year that we think that Sri Lanka is going to sail without any obstacle, because all this time from 2019 to 2023, it was just like sailing in the Northern Sea. So in that context, it's all the growth trajectory that we are thinking of. So basically, if you go by the, IMF, what they have articulated for the Sri Lankan economy, so we have surpassed all their expectations. And if you look at the fiscal number that you have seen, that the IMF projection for the revenue on the primary balance, that we are going to have surpassed that matter. But the real challenge will be for the next year, because we have to have 2.3% of the GDP as the primary surplus. So that is something that we have to craft, or the government has to craft, but that is not going to be a serious issue. If I go to the fiscal position, you would see that the interest rates have declined. So we see that this interest rate declining proposition, or the environment will keep on continuing till the second half of next year. So I basically project that, interest rates would be around 8 to 9%. But on the possible demand on the credit side, it can touch 10%. But for the time being, we don't see that the government-induced borrowing going to make a remarkable impact on the interest rate demand, that is the loan demand. So with regard to the inflation, you have seen that because of the base effect, the inflation continue to come down. And even for next year, we project that the inflation won't be touching more than 2%, but going forward, the central bank would reach the target level of 4 to 5%. And lending rates, of course, that is the most important, rate that you will be looking at, some of you. Basically, it will only touch 11%, or it will hover around 11%, not exceeding the 13%, that's what we see. And on the best note, it is unlikely to go down below 10% or the double digits because of credit demand would propel unwanted foreign currency demand that would be curtailed. So basically, we see a stable interest rate regime, even though the central bank likely to reduce the policy rates by another 50 to 100 basis points. So after the second half of next year, we see that the credit demand would propel the economy. So that will have likelihood of demand for the foreign currency. So if I give you a hint of foreign currency, the behavior for the rupee appreciation, the market closed even yesterday at 292.50, reflecting 11% appreciation. So if not central bank accumulating dollars up to $6.4 billion, the latest number is $6.4 billion as the reserves, it would have gone down to 288, and if the 288 would have not been protected, you would have seen at 265. But that would have been a disastrous impact, or bringing in disastrous impact for the exporters, so that the likelihood that the central bank would protect it at 290. But in the month of December, because of the inflows, it may even touch 285. So we see the economic activity is picking up, but for the time being, as you know, I mean, the financial distress situation depleted our resources. This amount that has been calculated at $8.5 billion to $9 billion. So until such time we find it from the grants or aids, FDI is not going to, come in Sri Lankan way. So the forecasted GDP growth is around 4%. Yes. We would not see the GDP numbers going into 6% like they are in mid-90s, when I think the last regime was when Mr. Ranasinghe Premadas was there. We were recording 6%, but thereafter all the GDP numbers reflected above 4% got contributed by the money printing by the central bank. So it is no more allowed at the IMF. So it's very unlikely that the Sri Lankan economy would surpass the growth rates by 4%. But 4% itself is a very positive number. So this is something that the confidence reflections that the foreigners, they have started investing in government bills and bonds. So that amounts to $40 million. And so this trade deficit is going to get widened, because the Sri Lankan government has indicated that, there are revenue losses from giving the tax credit and some VAT adjustment for essential items, which would amount into 108 billion, is going to get recapped from the relaxation of the vehicle importation. So vehicle importation from 1 billion outflow, they are likely to get 250 billion as the revenue. So that will offset what is being given to the public back again by way of tax adjustment and the, VAT adjustment on the essential items. So trade deficit is going to get widened. So you see that the remittances have touched $580 million for the last month, that is month of October. So that is the level that we have seen in 2015. So you see that, remittances, if it exceeds 600 million, it will touch 7 billion as last recorded in 2015 level. So that is something that, we look forward for our citizens who are in these overseas destinations to contribute more. So tourism earning is up by 61%. Truly speaking, the net contribution from the tourism sector is net contribution, I say. It is only $120 million per month, way below the service level remittances, what we get from the harbor and the other levels. So we see that, this tourism remittance or the tourism earnings to go higher. But there are associated costs, because our hotels are got to be refurbished. So those things are there. So that is why we bank on these remittances, that what is depleted by way of giving subsidies running into $8.5 billion got to be recapped either from FDIs or from savings. So it's very difficult for us to get the FDIs for the time being. Because these FDI comes for time horizons like 10 years or more. Still the confidence level is no more there with this existing credit rating. At least we have to get triple B credit rating in order to compete with countries like India and Vietnam for these FDIs. So as I said, the exchange rate is in a appreciating trajectory. Basically, you know that the financial distress destroyed roughly around 45% of the wealth of poor and the middle class, so it got recouped by way of getting it appreciated by 11%, even though it is not a healthy condition. Why it is not a healthy condition is that government capex expenditure is less than 1%, amounting to 1.2 billion. This should have been increased above 6%, but with this gross financing needs, it's very difficult for the government to do so. So that is why the net savings matters a lot. That savings comes from the general public within and the people working for elsewhere. So basically, net domestic savings are touching something like 23% of GDP. We have to have it at least 26% for us to continuously grow at 4%. So the exchange rate, I'm repeating it, that still the tendency is for that to appreciate, even though it is at 292, that is because of the central bank defending it continuously, accumulating 6.4 billion reserves. But once the debt payment continues, the central bank reserves likely to deplete slightly by 700 million. So that has to be recouped by the remittances and the export figures that we are getting. So these are the key things that, we see the economic policies of the new government, because the budget is going to get announced by the February 2025. And the conclusion of the debt restructure, that we will have to start payment of the our outstanding debt, commercial debt. Foreign investor sentiment is a must, because there had been some severe stock market outflows before the crisis, so we have to get this confidence back again for foreigners to come and give this money to the stock market. Why foreign investment is important for the stock market is to keep the level stabilized. Otherwise, there will be a lot of gyrations. That means, now for an instance, now the stock market is dealing at P of 7.5%. So in my opinion, it can go up to the P of 10. So that is roughly around 25% upward adjustments. That is 12,800, the CSE index might touch even 13 to 14,000. So for us to keep that 13 to 14,000 level, that is where we need foreign investments. Otherwise, the profit taking will take place, and again it will bounce back in the sense come down. So that we have to avoid it. So we need these foreign investors having confidence to get into our stock market, especially the finance sector and the manufacturing. That is why you see in the Colombo Stock Exchange, banking shares and the manufacturing shares going up. So the other thing is that the global, the geopolitical situation, I think it is working in Sri Lanka's favor up to now. And we hope that it will continuously play in our favor. So we hope that this growth momentum will continue delivering a stable GDP growth of 4%, as I said. And it will increase the sentiment of the people and the purchasing power of the people, so that the demand will return back to the economy, giving more tax revenue to the government. So thank you very much, and you have been a lovely audience, and if you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you very much for your patience listening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We're almost coming to an end of the competition. And let me tell you all one important and one good news about this event. This event will be telecasted on POTV channel 18, 3 region, which is owned by our very own chef, Harsha De Silva. You can give him a big, loud round of applause for Chef Harsha De Silva, All what I'll have done right now will be telecasted to each and everyone back in your home country, Sri Lanka.
We've come a long way throughout a journey of over 100 years. And we did it with you, always at our core. Every step we took it to improve your life. From when we started in 1920 as Eastern Bank. To date, we continue with our mission to provide you with the most reliable, innovative and friendly financial services available. And as the leader in Sri Lanka's digital banking innovations. We do this by always listening to you. You as a child, you as youth, you as a woman, a businessman, a family, a company, and as a nation. At Commercial Bank, we've heard you and understood your needs throughout an entire century, and we continue to listen. Because banking isn't simply just about a service, it's also about a responsibility to both our people and our environment. After all, we are Sri Lanka's first 100% carbon neutral bank. While we are the largest lender for the SME sector, the backbone of the nation's economy, we are also Sri Lanka's largest private bank with over 270 branches, over 900 ATMs, over 2 trillion rupees in assets, over 1.5 trillion rupees in deposits, over 1 trillion rupees in loans, and countless awards that have always proven our loyalty to you. With a host of solutions and innovations at our side, we remain interested in your every next step towards prosperity. Because we are Commercial Bank and our interest is in you.
Now let's sit back and relax as we call upon the head of the Global Remittance Unit of Commercial Bank of Ceylon, PLC. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ms. Rangika Chandrasena.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency Mr. Kandipan Balasubramaniam, distinguished guest, ladies and gentlemen. So, first and foremost, I think it is my heartfelt congratulations to the newly appointed hoteliers of Kuwait, which was done today. The event was done today. So, Commercial Bank being a partner of this event, we take great privilege, being one of the partners in this event. So thank you very much for, trusting in us and taking this forward. So just a glimpse of how we started this remittance business. I think when we started this in 2003, Kuwait was one of the most important markets that we identified. So with that, we placed our bank representatives from the inception, and we gave the remittances, where you were able to send remittances instantly to your loved ones way back in Sri Lanka. So with that, I think, as you know, even as Shiranta said, as even His Excellency said, we are happy to note that Central Bank of Sri Lanka has announced, I think in their press releases, they have announced that Kuwait, out of all the remittances from worldwide, Kuwait does the most highest value of remittances on a quarter every year for the last so many years. So a round of applause. It is because of your hard-earned money, which you are sent back to your loved ones in Sri Lanka, has, given this momentum to the economy of Sri Lanka. So when you take overall percentage, Kuwait does 10% of the overall remittances to Sri Lanka on a yearly basis, which is significant. So I think this is all because of your, hard-earned money. The country is benefiting to a greater extent. And of course, you as professionals, Commercial Bank have recognized this. And Commercial Bank has recently launch a subunit under global remittances to serve you. They serve the Sri Lankan professionals who are working overseas. I'm sure Shehan, Shannon, and Jude are there to help you. But whenever you want some information, some advice on, it could be investments, it could be a loan that you want to take, you can talk on these numbers. We have a dedicated number, WhatsApp number, and an email address where you can call. Right now, we just started this. So basically, right now it is, the working hours are from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the evening on business days. But our plan is to extend this service so that you can contact us, and Commercial Bank will be able to support us on any of your banking related activities. It could be an investment you're looking at. It can be you want to buy a property in Sri Lanka. We, Commercial Bank, will be there to support you. So this is one such initiative we as Commercial Bank want to offer you. So this is the first time I'm announcing this. We have actually started sending these personalized information to some of the, the clients who are here. So this is first time I'm announcing is this service is now available. Please make use of this. We will be there to support you. The next thing is Commercial Bank partnered with another giant in the insurance industry. So here again, we are glad that we have, come up with some of their smart wealth plans, which is linked with pension schemes. Then, other schemes which will benefit you. And also there are some health insurance schemes which you or your loved ones in Sri Lanka can benefit. So this information, if you all are interested, this information you can obtain from my colleagues, Shehan, Shannon, and Jude, who are in Kuwait. They'll be more than happy to support you in some of these, the insurance products. And another thing, this is of course for all of you. Since we were coming here, we got the approval from the management to offer you special rates on foreign currency and the LKR deposit on terms of 3, 6, 12 months and even foreign currency deposits. So basically this offer is valid till end of November. Here again, our representatives will be more than happy to support you. So it is, above what is being currently given to our public. You will be able to benefit on this, the special deposits that we have offered. And so basically, this is just a, glimpse of what we want Commercial Bank, to offer you. And basically, before I wind up, let me once again, say heartiest congratulations to the newly appointed the Hoteliers Association. I'm sure you will, gradually grow this association to where you want it to take, where you will empower your, your colleagues and to join this in further improving and developing this association where you want to be. So on behalf of Commercial Bank, let me thank you once again, and thank you very much for joining today, and thank you very much, and have a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
A milestone partnership between two corporate giants, each with a legacy of over 100 years. The world's leading insurer, AIA, and Sri Lanka's largest private bank, Commercial Bank, come together with one united mission: to protect Sri Lankans like never before. 3.5 plus million bank customers across 270 plus branches will benefit with Sri Lanka's pioneers in bank assurance, offering global standards, local insights, best-in-class capabilities, and carefully curated propositions. We're not going to focus on sickness. We will focus on health. We're not going to focus just on life. We will focus on Vivi. We are making a promise together, a commitment to help healthier, longer, better lives. Are you ready for Sri Lanka's bank assurance revolution?
Ladies and gentlemen, and the contestants have completed their carving, and I would like to invite all of you to come and experience the carving. And there's a voting option. You can vote and select the most popular food carving, and which is going to be awarded at the awarding ceremony. So I'd like to invite all of you to come and experience and make your vote using this QR code.
The QR code is already displayed on the big screen. If anyone is having any issues while voting, of course, you're free to kindly come forward and approach any of the commercial bank representatives right here. We'll be giving you all exactly 5 minutes time to have a quick look at the beautiful carving which is done by the contestants. With a heart full of gratitude, to give token of appreciation, we would like to invite our judges for today's competition. Chef Indica De Silva, kindly come on stage. Chef Sam Fernando.
Mr. Dimutu Atugala and Mr. Dimutu Prasanna. So these are the judges who had done their hard work, and they have finalized the results, and which is...
Now to honor our amazing and talented judges, I would like to call upon Chef Harsha De Silva and Mr. Asiri Pereira, the Senior Financial Supervisor of SriLankan Airlines. They really deserve a big hand for doing a wonderful job. Thank you, Chef Harsha De Silva and Mr. Asiri Pereira. Thank you, dear judges.
And next, it's time to recognize all the contestants who had done their hard work today. To give away the awards, I would like to first invite Mr. Kanchana Bandara, Councillor, Sri Lanka Embassy in the state of Kuwait. Mr. Hishram Lantra, the General Secretary of Association of Sri Lankan Hoteliers in Kuwait. Mr. Chiranta Caldera, Chief Dealer, Treasury Department, Commercial Bank of Ceylon. Gentlemen, please head up to the stage. I'd like to invite the first contestant, Chef Aisha Pereira. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, please. Chef Roshan Veerasinghe. Chef J. Leshan. Chef Dulshan Bandaranayaka. Chef KPS Madhuvanta. Chef Dinesh Chaturanga. I believe they deserve a big round of applause, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And now for the Popular Star Award, we would like to invite on stage the Ambassador of Sri Lanka, His Excellency Mr. Kandipam Balasubramaniam, Ms. Rangika Chandrasena, and the President, Chef Carlo Fernando. Come on, requesting your honorable presence on stage.
We are going to award the most popular star award, which was selected by the audience, by you. Any guesses? It goes to Chef Roshan Veerasinghe.
Now to receive the bronze, the third place. Put your hands together for Miss Aisha Pereira. So basically we'll be having 3 bronze, that's 3 third places, 2 silver, and of course 1 and only gold. The bronze, the second place, we have Mr. Sajita Madhuvanta.
The bronze first place goes to Mr. Dinesh Chaturanga. moving on to the silver category. Silver second place goes to Chef Dulchan Bandaranayake.
And for the silver first, we have Mr. Jailashan. Come on, a big hand to Mr. Jailashan. And now, as I declare the gold winner, the first place, who requests everyone present in the hall to make some loud noise and a thunderous applause for Mr. Roshan Veerasinghe, the gold medalist. Requesting all the contestants, along with the commercial bank reps, to kindly come for a group photograph. As a gesture of gratitude, we would like to present a token of appreciation to our today's chief guest. And to do the honors, I would like to call upon Ms. Rangika Chandrasena, the Senior Manager, Global Remittance Unit, Commercial Bank of Ceylon, PLC, and the President, Chef Carlo Fernando. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our very own ambassador as he walks on stage. His Excellency, Mr. Kandipan Bala Subramaniam. As all beautiful things do come to an end, we would definitely end it with a short note of thanks. And to preside the word of thanks, I would like to call upon the General Secretary of the Association of Sri Lankan Hoteliers in Kuwait, Mr. Hisham Lantra.
I think I'll start again, to hear everyone. Good evening, everyone here, and Assalamu Alaikum. As we conclude this wonderful gathering, it is my honor, privilege to extend heartfelt word of thanks to all those contribute to make this event tremendous success. First, foremost, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to amazing team from Commercial Bank of Sri Lanka, the Kuwait business agents, that is Shihan, Shannon, and Jude. They had sleepless nights. They worked almost 1 month to make success this event. I personally know that they went beyond. So if they work for Hoteliers Association this much hard, with all their efforts, they are going to do a much more better service for you all, for your remittance. Let's help them as well. And all of your teamwork and support from these gentlemen It has been invaluable. Truly grateful to have you all with us in this great journey. A special note of appreciation goes to Commercial Bank for their generous sponsorship. Your belief in our vision has enabled us to bring this event to life. It's a long journey from 2016. It has been dream comes true today. And we are incredibly thankful for your support. We would like to extend my thanks to Mrs. Ragika Chandrasena, Madam, and Mr. Chirant Caldera, both of you coming all the way from Colombo for this event and giving us all the support. We thank you. And encouragement have been endured. We have honored to have you all with us. To all the and also I thank all the participants who joined us today. Thank you all for making the gathering meaningful with presence. Your enthusiasm, contribution, it has been valued in this event. A special thanks goes to our Chartered Accountants Association, who was behind us to make this happen. My special thanks goes to Mr. Dimuthu and Mr. Asoka and Ms. Sachini, Mr. Charita, Mr. Sampath, for all their diligent work preparing the constitution for the Hoteliers Association, and a valuable support. Your expertise, dedication have set us a solid foundation for our future journey. I would like to express my gratitude to our brand ambassador, Mr. Chef Harsha, being here with his busy schedules. Thank you very much, Chef Harsha. And also Chef Carlo and Chef Sam, whose guidance with incentive has been valuable for this our association. Your commitment to this cause truly inspiring. And thank you very much for our 4 judges and also for Mr. Dimuthu creating us a beautiful logo. We thank you to the hotel staff for the lovely food prepared today, which played a big part, create a memorable experience. I cannot forget to mention the sounds, video, lighting team along with our talented photographers. Your contribution helped capture essential of this event beautiful. To all the participants of the competition, thank you all for showcasing your talent, making this gathering all more engaging. A special acknowledgement goes to members of Hoteliers Association Committee who worked hard work, dedication played a crucial role in our success today. To the professionals who participate in this event, your insight has been enriched our decisions and help us to shape in our path forward. I also want to thank the hoteliers who actively added members to our group as your efforts foundation to build strong, vibrant in the community. And keep doing that, and within few days, within a week, we were able to get around 150 members. Looking forward to your support to add more. Our hoteliers are more than who are here. We have many more. Please keep adding them. Let's join all of them in our journey. Let's not forget the mentors, guidance who have been invaluable to us in this journey. A special mention to your Father for bestowing his blessings upon us, those who are responsible for a beautiful flower arrangements today around us. That's added ambience to our event. I extend my heartful thanks to our Honorable Ambassador. Thank you very much, sir, being here. Mr. Halim, thank you very much. And the dedication embassy staff, who their support and encouragement your presence have today, it's a great inspire to us. Lastly, a round of applause to our compare who kept us even lively, engaging here today, and the chef Kushan providing us this beautiful hotel, the ballroom, and preparing great food. So he was, his efforts behind the show was really appreciated. In closing, I thank each and everyone for your contribution, support, which have made us eventually reality together. We have laid groundwork for a successful future for Hoteliers Association. Let's go together this beautiful journey. We have many more events to come. And once again, with my appreciation for Commercial Bank of Sri Lanka, thank you again. And all of you live a healthy and a long life. I won.
Thank you, sir. As we all know, the sun rises and the sun sets, and all beautiful things do come to an end. So we are here at the end of this beautiful evening. Me, your compare, Penny Rebello, signing off, hoping to see you all somewhere, some other time. Till then, take care, God bless. Make sure you'll enjoy the rest of the evening, chit-chatting with your friends and meeting all your old good friends. Thank you, take care, God bless.